Doctor Who is undoubtedly a hugely popular show. The fact it's shown globally and has been around for almost 54 years now is already staggering proof in itself, but it's the amount of content that's been produced during this time that's truly amazing. Not only has there been 36 seasons that, for the most part, have received large viewing figures, but we've also been given a TV movie, spin-offs, behind-the-scenes shows, video games, and countless books, audio stories, and, of course, merchandise. And that's excluding all the fan-produced content. On YouTube alone, there's so many channels like mine that are dedicated to producing content concerning the show, to the point that the word YouTubers has been coined to describe such channels. Fans kept the programme alive during its cancellation, and they even caused it to be brought back again in 2005, something few shows have been able to do. So clearly, Doctor Who is very well received. But why is that? In this very special episode of Doctor Who Theories, we will see what some of you guys think the answer to the question is. I hope you enjoy it!
The versatility of this programme is immense. The formats that it allows it to be in different places every week, to have completely different genres from episode to episode. You can have a horror story one week, you can have a period drama the next, you can have a episode set in space, and then you can have an episode set, I don't know, in a cave on Earth, and just the versatility of that, coupled with, of course, the absolute genius of the regeneration idea that has allowed the show to stay on air for 50 years and it still feel like we're still following the same character, whereas in other shows cast would leave and you'd get new characters coming in and there would be a disconnect.
This idea about versatility is something that several people brought up actually. Lewis Conroy explained how the basic premise allows basically anything to happen. There is a possible episode for every genre and every person. Very few shows have this ability, so when one happens to come along and do this, of course it's going to get very popular. Meanwhile, Mr. Mellon Jr. said that Doctor Who is every film genre put into a TV series. It has adventure, comedy, sci-fi, horror, etc. Elaborating on Phil's mention of regeneration, Isaac Byington detailed, "If the show followed the same actor with the same personality, I doubt that the viewers would stay interested for too long. After each regeneration, however, we get a new character that thinks and acts differently, and fans always have fun comparing the Doctors to each other." Another point that came up was about the show being relatable.
Doctor Who tackles subjects such as racism, sexism, capitalism. Loads of different subjects in Series 10 alone have been explored, which makes Doctor Who relatable. In Smile, it told you be careful what you wish for, relatable subjects, which draws you into the show and makes you feel like you are part of the show. It lets you feel like you are learning stuff as the companion learns stuff. It feels like you are on an adventure with the Doctor. That's why Doctor Who is so popular, because it is relatable.
Random Anime fan 1412 applied the relatability more specifically to the companions, explaining how Doctor Who is liked due to the normality of the companion's life before the Doctor comes in, and how, in theory, their travels could happen to you. Whereas Timberwolf02A extended it to the characters in general by saying how Doctor Who has such a varied range of characters, whether it be main cast or guest, that there is always at least one that people can relate to. For some people, the show is popular due to how unique it is.
I think that Doctor Who is the most unique show ever written. Is there any other show that would allow us to do what we do as a fan community, to sit there and dissect it, break it apart, and just find plot holes and theories for plot holes existing, and just basically build a whole community out of how unique the show is, whether it's how a certain doctor connects to us or anything. There's just nothing like Doctor Who anywhere as a concept, and there's nothing like the Doctor Who community, and I think that's what makes it last.
Spicy TV agreed, exclaiming that they love the fact that it's different to any TV show. All the episodes are different, with no bad storyline, and it's very original with no other show like it. On the topic of the show's spirit, Empty Child stated that it's funny and mysterious, with Daniel B noticing that everyone can enjoy it, if you're a child or an adult. The Exploding Bacon made a good point about how the Doctor goes on adventures. This can fulfill the adventure side of people who can't go and have their own adventures. Games with Isaac expanded on this idea.
They can travel anywhere, and to me it feels like I'm traveling with them to different parts in the universe, to different parts of space and galaxies. It just has that imagination, adventure-like feel, like The Legend of Zelda, where you can go anywhere at any point in time. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter how. Well, you need a time machine. But it's just that sense of adventure that, in my opinion, makes Doctor Who Doctor Who. And that's why I like it.
A couple of people discussed escapism. The Doctor said how the show provides a sense of escapism that other shows can't capture. For example, travelling to different worlds and defeating strange enemies. While Jaylene Pertil explained,
I think people like Doctor Who because of the idea of running away, and not only running away as in a vacation, like you could run to the furthest reaches of the galaxy and you don't have to worry about the responsibilities of your family missing you, of friends and work responsibilities and bills, because you're in a time machine. You don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, and I think that's everybody's dream, so that's why I think people like Doctor Who.
Jay Shorthouse made a very interesting point. For him, Doctor Who's popularity has mainly been due to such an iconic and thought-provoking pairing of both history and fiction. It allows the show to increase the amazing amount of devoted and prominent lore that connects both in real life and in the show. For example, if you hear about the fires of Pompeii, while history suggests it was a freak accident or unprepared volcano eruption, Whovians can truly imagine that the Doctor and his companion were present and responsible for the disaster. A few possible explanations for Doctor Who's large audience was provided by TARDIS Traveller.
There are 4 reasons why Doctor Who is so popular. Point 1 is the character of the Doctor. Now, we don't really know anything about him. Is this mysterious? He makes the audience want to know more about him. All we know is that he's an alien passing through, helping out. Now, number 2, his enemies. Now, it's just because these enemies can range from anything in the world, like from living plastic to metal men. It's because there's no alien or monster alike. It's a wide universe from like Atraxi to the Zarbi. Now, number 3 is his adventures. Now, there's a dilemma around every corner in Doctor Who. Always an interesting story with the Doctor. It can be from space politics and the curse and monster of Peladon, or it can be an episode where drugs are the enemy in Nightmare of Eden. Number 4, fan service. Now, this is when a show writer puts in a really big reference.
And finally, one of my favourite reasons came from Jason Eustace, who talked about how the show can teach us to become heroes and overcome our fears and regrets. He explained that the show focuses on changing regrets through time travel, but also facing regrets and finding that it's okay to have them, or let things in your past be that way. This is because in the human subconscious, we know that even bad things happen for a reason, and that good always comes out of bad. However, it also tackles the fact we can change things, and face monsters or bad times and succeed. In this, the show empowers us to face our fears and overcome them. This is why the show is so popular. It touches on our weaknesses, encouraging and teaching us that we can all be heroes, even if we fail, even if things look impossible, and even without a time machine. These aren't the only reasons why Doctor Who is so popular, and no doubt there's plenty more that this video has missed. For instance, I like to think the show is also well received because at its heart, it stayed true to its original premise from 1963, but has developed just enough to keep up with changes in society. The points given though do a great job in answering the question. A huge thank you to everyone who was willing to get involved in this video, especially to those of you who sent in clips. It's a true testament to how brilliant the Doctor Who community is, the fact that a lot of you were willing to get involved in this video. I really did appreciate it, and also was amazed at how great all the points were. So, thanks again. Please do give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I use my thumbs quite a lot. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and feel free to comment down below any reasons for Doctor Who's popularity that you think we might have missed. To see this video out, here's why some of you guys like this brilliant programme that has brought joy to so many people. Until the next time.
One of my favourite things about Doctor Who is when the Doctor just goes from a wacky idiot to an absolute badass.